Welcome to Life Tales and Legacy TV. In the heart of South Africa, a man was born who would one day break the chains of oppression, not just for himself but for an entire nation. This is the incredible life story of Nelson Mandela, the symbol of freedom, forgiveness, and human dignity. Early life and education. Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in the small village of Mvezo, in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. His birth name, Rolihlahla, means troublemaker, a name that, unknowingly, foreshadowed his lifelong rebellion against injustice. Mandela belonged to the Thembu royal family. After his father's death, he was taken under the care of a local regent who sent him to mission schools. There, Mandela was given his English name, Nelson, by a teacher, a common colonial practice at that time. In college, he attended the University of Fort Hare, a place known for educating many future African leaders, but his strong sense of justice led him to join student protests, which got him expelled. Undeterred, he moved to Johannesburg, where he began to understand the harsh realities of racial segregation under apartheid. Journey into politics. In Johannesburg, Mandela met Walter Sisulu, who introduced him to the African National Congress (ANC), the political organization that became his lifelong home. Mandela started working as a law clerk while studying law, and later opened South Africa's first black law firm with his friend Oliver Tambo, providing free or low-cost legal advice to black South Africans facing racial discrimination. By the late 1940s, apartheid, the brutal system of racial segregation, became official state policy. Mandela and his colleagues launched peaceful protests, strikes, and boycotts through the ANC, but as government violence increased, Mandela's resistance grew stronger. From peaceful protest to armed resistance. In 1961, Mandela co-founded Umkhonto we Sizwe Spear of the Nation, the armed wing of the ANC. He believed that when peaceful protest is met with bullets, resistance becomes a moral duty. In 1962, he was arrested and sentenced to prison for 5 years. But soon after, in 1964, he was tried again in the Rivonia trial and sentenced to life imprisonment for sabotage against the apartheid regime. 27 years in prison. Mandela spent 27 long years behind bars, 18 of them on the infamous Robben Island. He endured hard labor, isolation, and humiliation, but never gave up hope. Instead of hatred, he chose education. He studied, wrote, and inspired his fellow prisoners to keep believing in justice. From his cell, Mandela became the global symbol of resistance, the face of the anti-apartheid struggle.
Freedom and presidency. In 1990, after massive international pressure and years of negotiation, Mandela was finally released from prison. 4 years later, in 1994, South Africa held its first democratic elections, and Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa. As president, Mandela focused on reconciliation, nation building, and forgiveness rather than revenge. He established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, allowing victims and perpetrators of apartheid to tell their stories and heal the nation. Legacy and global impact. Mandela stepped down after just one term, proving that leadership is about service, not power. He became a global icon of peace, winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 alongside President F.W. de Klerk. Even after retirement, Mandela continued to work for social justice, HIV, AIDS awareness, and children's education. Nelson Mandela passed away on December 5, 2013, at the age of 95. His words continue to echo across generations. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Closing. Narrator, voiceover. Nelson Mandela taught the world that forgiveness is stronger than hatred, and love is more powerful than oppression. He may be gone, but his light continues to guide humanity toward freedom and equality. Music fades with Mandela's quote on screen. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. If you love this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.